Okay, so starting off with my bare face as always. First of all, I am applying the Fast Sally Rose Gold Elixir Oil to my face. This stuff is my jam. I've used it for years and for a long time, and I really like it. It also gives your foundation a really nice glowy finish to it. Speaking of foundation, I'm using the NARS All Day Radiant and the Becca Luminous Skin Perfector. The NARS is shade Barcelona, and the Becca is the shade Tan. I rub it in my hands, and I use my hands to apply this to my face, which I know some of you are probably screaming saying, what the heck are you doing? But I honestly think this is a really good way to apply foundation. It makes it really melt into your skin and keeps it looking really nice and glowy. But I do go in with a beauty blender to just finish it off, you know. Concealer, I'm taking the Too Faced Sculpt Concealer. This is in the shade Golden Beige. And just highlighting in the normal places I usually highlight. So under my eyes, my chin strap, around my mouth, and a little bit in between my eyebrows. And then I also go to like the sides of my nose as well. I always find when I'm not trying to be aesthetic while I'm putting it on, I just start with a bit and then I build up on each area, if that makes sense. Then I'm taking this Morphe brush to blend that in, which is my favourite brush to blend my concealer in currently. The beauty blender, by the way, wasn't actually a beauty blender, it was the Hudabeauty beauty blender that came with her concealer. So just buffing that all in. Then I'm taking the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. I use the shade number 6, and I'm just applying this almost to the my cheeks and a bit on my forehead, and then again taking the beauty blender to buff this in. This gives your skin like a, I would describe it as almost like a balm texture. Like, it makes it super smooth and a bit glowy and just really freaking so nice. Like, you really should try this product. It's like nothing else. Setting everything with my Huda Beauty baking powder in banana bread. I'm first of all setting underneath my kind of contour line and my chin area, like here, and putting an excessive amount on. I'm going to buff it on in a minute, and then I put a smaller amount underneath my eyes, down the sides of my nose, and then I take the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Powder. I think it's a shade number 8 or tan or medium tan. I love this, but it's really stinking. Like, it really smells, but it's so nice. It's got more of a luminous finish to it, so it sets your face but keeps it looking nice and luminous and glowy. I feel like you guys ask me a lot, like, why is my face so glowy, and it's because of that. Then going to the NARS bronzer, I'm just using this to kind of bronze up my face further, because that Charlotte Tilbury one's not obviously a bronzer, it's more like a setting powder. And then to highlight, I'm taking this Fenty Beauty highlighter, purely because it was more like a pinky shade. So I actually just mixed the two shades together. I will leave everything I've used listed in the description bar down below, because I do have some new products I've used in this video. But I used a small fluffy brush to apply this to the high points of my face quite generously. And then moving on to brows, I did this off camera, but I used the Dior brow powder. Moving on to the eyes, I'm taking the new Nude Huda Beauty palette. This literally arrived the morning I filmed this. Well, I was filming and making sure, and it arrived at the door, so I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna use this. So starting off, it also came with these brushes as well, which are dual-ended brushes, and there was 3 of them. Starting off with the shade Teddy, I think it is. Let me just double check. Yeah, the shade Teddy. I took this on the fluffiest of the brushes. I did zoom in here so you could see better, as I know you guys asked for that. I'm just buffing that in the outer corner, the crease, and also the lower lash line as well, to create this kind of V shape. I really wanted this look to be quite nude. I'm next taking the shade Raw. I wanted it to be like a real nude shade, like a nude eye, but to me, to be honest, I feel like this palette should be called more like mauve, because to me, it's very mauve. It's more mauve than nude, in my opinion. Like, I really struggled. I really didn't want to make like a pink toned eye, but I really struggled to not make it pink. Like, I used the most nude shades I could find in the palette, and it still came out looking quite pink, in my opinion. Maybe you don't see it, but to me it's more of like a, yeah, you know, you can see, like, that's like more of a kind of, not cranberry, but it's definitely on more of the mauvey side, whereas I wanted something warmer. Anyway, so I used that to darken up everything, and then I took the concealer. It's got like a cream concealer in the palette, which I think is really good to apply as like a base, before I went in with the shade Crave, which is like a metallic. Wow, it's so, like, this is amazing. It's really nice. I first of all used my finger to apply the bulk of it, and then I went in with this brush that she gave with it, that's meant to be used for this, to kind of just clean it up and apply more. Then I went back into the 2 shades I just used to blend like the outer half into the shimmery shade, you know, so it all like meshed well together. And then I applied, oh, I'm just blending a little bit more on that side. Then I tightlined with the Urban Decay Whiskey liner, just on my tightline and also on my waterline a little bit as well, but only on the outer half, and I then just smudged it out with one of the small brushes that came with the palette. For lashes, I'm taking the Ardell Wispies. These are by my friend. It's a collab with Danny DeFreitas, who's my friend. friend. So I use these. I've actually used these like 4 times. They're like my perfect lash. If you like the look of more like a natural lash or even lash extensions, to me these look like I'm wearing lash extensions and I'm not. I also did apply some mascara just on the base as well, and then taking my KKW Beauty brightening powder in shade number 3. You know, I can't live without this, but look at the difference it makes. It really cleans up that outer V area and just really brightens up your under eye like so much. Like, I can't recommend this product enough. I think it's freaking bomb. Then for lips, I'm taking my favourite nude liner, which is the Marc Jacobs Nudist liner. It's just like the best nude shade, and it's so comfortable to wear. It's just, yeah, it's really, really nice. And then for actual lipstick, I took this new product by, if I could just hurry up and line my lips. I took this new product by Buxom, and it's almost like a powder. I think it's called Powder Pout or something like that. And you can see it's like this. It's almost like a sponge, and you just powder it on. It feels like nothing on your lips. Like, it literally felt like I wasn't putting anything on my lips. Such a nice colour. I'll leave the shade down below. And it kind of had like a minty cooling effect as well. But it literally felt like I had nothing on my lips, and it lasted so long. Like, I absolutely love these. It came, it's like loads of shades, but I really loved it. So once you've done that, that is the finished look. I really hope you liked this makeup tutorial, guys. I'm just putting on my crown, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.